Oh hey, what's up McFly subscribers? So I have an update for you today, and a few things going on with the channel that I feel that you guys might need to know. So on my Dolores trip, you guys watched that video a couple weeks ago about me going out and fishing the Dolores. It was an awesome trip. However, my main camera that I set down and film, where I get the wider angle, not the one that I put on my head, not my GoPro, but the one I set down, it's not waterproof, and I dunked the camera. So I tripped on a rock, and I was walking through the water, and I was holding it with this hand and stuck that hand in the water to brace myself as I fell, and camera's done. It's kaput. It's not waterproof, and it got submerged, and I try to turn it on, and it gets that kind of, it starts making weird noises and gets a crackly thing, and then the lens doesn't, it's done. So that camera's done, and all I have now is a GoPro. That being said, I do need to buy a new one, and I do have one in mind. It is waterproof, and it's called a Sony, I think it's the X3000, and it's kind of like a GoPro, but it's a little higher quality than a GoPro, and it also has which is really nice I think for me, it also has like a little band, like watch thing, where you can see what it's seeing. So when I walk out to where I'm at, a lot of times I have to walk back and readjust because I'm not sure if I'm in the shot. That allows me to look and see if I'm in the shot or not, so that's really nice. And so I can set that on the side and still use my GoPro, and it's actually a lot better quality than that other camera. The other problem with that though is that I'm using a Sony right now. I'm using a Sony 6000, I think, and it's their DSLR. The problem is I don't have a lens that does macro, so it's really tough to shoot the really tiny flies like nymphs and midges and whatnot. As you guys know, I do tie quite a few 24 and 26 size hooks, and there's no way this one's going to allow it. Now I just recently bought, it was like 30 bucks, and it's something that goes on the back of the lens that I have, and it allows me to actually shoot a little more macro. Granted, it's still not going to come up as close as that other one. That other one for some reason had a really strong zoom, and it did kind of do macro, and so it allowed me to get really tight on it. It's not going to be quite as tight, but it will be pretty good, and the quality of this is a lot better, I think, than that Canon that I had that I dunked. It's an old camera, and technologies have gotten better. So this camera's better for now. I'll be using that for my fly tying, and I got to save up for the one that I use on my actual show where I'm going out and fishing. So that being said, I'm still going to go film with the GoPro, but it's just not going to be as the high quality footage that I'm used to putting out. So I think I'm going to change up for a couple months. Also, I'm really busy. I've been working like 120 hours a week. So I'm going to switch up the way that I put out these videos, and I think I'm going to just do one a month. So it'll be all the fishing I did in November, I'll put that out, or all the fishing I did in December, and I'll put that out, that type of thing. I did go in November twice, other than Dolores. Dolores was early in November, and I went out and I fished the San Juan, and then I also went fishing with my kid. That was really fun. That was the first time he ever fished, and he caught a fish. Boy, he had some great form too. He's pulling back and then reeling down. Granted, it wasn't a fly rod, but it was a like a Zebco type little thing, because he can't really cast a fly rod yet, but he can cast that thing pretty good. So he caught it all himself. I did cast for him a couple times, but that fish that he caught was all himself, so I was really proud of him. He did good. But that'll come out mid-December sometime, maybe late December, depending on when I can get it all edited. But that's how I'm going to do them for the next couple months. It's just going to be all the footage in November, and all the footage in December, and all the footage in January, that type of thing. And then I'll put it out usually, pretty mid the following month, if that makes sense. I'll try. and that'll just be all the footage condensed, and it won't be quite as well edited. Might have some music in the background. I don't really know how I'm going to do it. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a voiceover like I do anyway, but it's just going to be straight up just what fish I catch, and maybe tell what flies I used. Okay, so it's going to be a little more raw and a little more simple for the next couple months until I can buy that camera. Unfortunately, that camera is about $450, and I just don't have that money. I am selling my shirts now, and that's bringing in a little bit more, but honestly, guys, not a whole lot have been sold. They're great shirts, and but coming up to the winter, it is kind of a summer shirt. I mean, it's a long sleeve, but it's a sun shirt, so it's made to keep the sun off you. And I think that's the problem. A lot of people aren't buying them. Plus, with Christmas coming up, people are spending their money on gifts for people, and but maybe by spring, those will start selling. But if you guys really want a good shirt, please check those out. I'll put a link in the description section. Actually, all my videos have a link now for that shirt. And that would definitely help me out. And the more shirts I sell, the quicker I'll be able to buy that camera. I mean, the channel doesn't really bring in a ton of money for me. And what money it does bring in, generally I'm dumping it back into the channel. I'm not really keeping a lot of this money. But what it's doing is allowing me to make better videos and higher quality videos, and come up with new materials to test for fly tying, that type of thing. Okay, so that's it does help. So if you guys want to buy those shirts, it'll definitely help me. I don't make a ton per shirt, but every little bit helps. Also, I still have the donate section, and if you guys really want to donate towards this camera, I'd really appreciate it. I'll put that link in the description section as well, the video, and you can just go in and donate through PayPal. You can use your credit card and whatnot if you want to donate. Speaking of donation, so a while back I had started the donation thing, and I had told everyone I would tie a fly for them if they did a specific monthly donation. I wasn't going to do it for just a one-time donation, but like if you did like set up a reoccurring monthly thing to donate, I was going to send you guys some flies. I sent quite a few out, probably about 15 flies out, but every once in a while I'm getting someone saying that they didn't get their fly. So I've been really busy, and I apologize to those people that I have not gotten those flies out to you. I really did want to, and I thought I did get them all out, but every once in a while I get a few people saying I haven't gotten my fly. A lot of people said, no, I don't want to fly, I just want to donate, which was really great. Thank you guys. That's nice of you. I really didn't mind sending them out. But with the confusion of some said that they didn't, some said they did, and with all the work I'm doing, like I said, it's 120 hours a week I'm working, it was just really tough to kind of figure out who needed flies, who didn't, who I sent to already, and whatnot. So, of those people that did donate before, I'm gonna do my best to try to get those out to you. If you're watching this video and you did donate and you did set up a monthly recurring, and you honestly guys, if you canceled after 1 month of the monthly recurring, I can't send flies. If I was going to sell these flies, I'd sell them for more than 10 bucks probably, because they take a half hour to 45 minutes to tie with the materials. A lot of these are pretty extensive flies, so it was only for people that did do the recurring. That's why I waited a month. So some of you I might not be able to send it to. I apologize. If you're really mad about it, I'll do my best to try to send you the money back. But I'd really want to get you guys the flies if I owe you the flies, okay? So again, I feel really bad for those that I haven't sent it to, and a couple of people got really mad and canceled it because I didn't send them, but I just haven't. I work, there's 2 to 3 days a week down at the fly shop where I have no cell service. I can't even get back to some people in a timely manner because I'm down there. I have no cell service. I'm there from 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. Well, I leave my house around 4 a.m. and I usually get back. Well, now it's the summer, or it's the winter, so it's a little earlier. We're sun up to sun down there, so I'm getting home around 7 now. But even so, by then I'm so tired and I fall asleep. I just don't have time to get back to people as quickly. And then I've only really got 2 days a week to do my filming because I have some other stuff I'm doing too. I have that, I do web design and whatnot. I've only got about 2 days a week that I can do my filming and get back to people and tie flies and do all that. It's just a lot. So from this point on, all the donations, for the people that did donate before, I will send you the flies. From this point on, the flies I will send, so I am going to still send flies for those who donate, but it's going to be the fly that I choose. I can't have you guys just choose which fly. And the reason why is it's just too complicated for me to tie up specifically at that time. Again, I maybe get one day a month where I can do this, and then people get mad if it's not sent to them within a couple days. I just don't have time to tie up, you know, every day. Again, with all the time that I work, and then watching my kids, and then also doing the web design and the channel. Like I said, I'm 120 hours a week plus watching my kids about 30 hours a week, 40 hours a week alone, where I can't do anything. I can't work while doing that. So I'm getting 2 to 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours if I'm lucky, sleep at night, and I just, you know, I'm happy to do it all. I like working, but I just don't have that time to tack on more. So, you know, especially a lot of the people that had asked for flies, they wanted specifics on their fly, and it's not something that I already had tied up. It's something I had to go tie, and then tried to go and ship it and tried to do all that, and it just ended up becoming a more hassle than it was worth. And with the money kind of I'm bringing in with that now, with all the people that kind of canceled, I get it, through the holidays it's tough to donate, and I don't, you know, expect you to. It was just really nice that you guys did, but I can't just make that a full-time job to send out flies, if that makes sense. I already have 3 full-time jobs. I can't add another one. But I will do it for the people that already donated. And if you donated more than 2 or 3 months in a row, even if you canceled now, I'll still send you the flies, you know, as a thank you, because I did promise it, and I'm a man of my word, you know. So if you guys could let me know, either private message me here on YouTube, or go on Facebook, and you can message me on Facebook, or you can contact me. I've got a contact section, I believe, in my website. You can go there and contact me there. And all I need is just, even if you did already, I know some of you had already said something and gave me your info. It's just really hard for me to correlate that all together, where I know who I need to tie and what flies I need to get out. So if you could redo that one more time, if you haven't gotten your flies, just give me your name, your address, what fly you wanted, and we'll go from there. And in the future, I might actually, guys, so something neat that's happening, I might be able to sell some stuff on my website. So I have a few companies that do fly tying materials, thread and whatnot. Vivus thread is one of my favorite threads out there. I think they make the best thread out there. They're willing to sell me stuff at you know, at wholesale prices for me to resell. So if you guys want to buy thread, let me know. I might be able to sell some of my flies. First, I want to make sure I get everyone caught up on the flies that I promised you for the donation. But after that, I might be able to sell flies on the site. So I'm looking at trying to get the actual business thing going. I do have a business license for the channel, but I have to figure out how it would work with selling. So I've got to work that out before I get the Vivus thread sold on my channel. And I might even be able to sell the Pisces Fun Reels straight on my website too, and same with the Vivus thread. So maybe add in my flies at that point, and it'll just be ones that I already have tied up, and I can at that point tie and then let you know when they're available, versus someone letting me know what fly to tie and I'll go tie it and then try to ship it off. This will just be, I'll already have in stock, if that makes sense. I'll have them tied up, and then, you know, on the site when someone purchases it, I can just drop it in the mail pretty easy. I'll try to keep costs of shipping down and whatnot for you guys and keep it cheap. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be instant to your door the next day though. So, but I will try to keep it down. I'm going to try to do, like, if you spend 25 bucks, free shipping, that type of thing. If you buy stuff on the site, which is nice, especially considering a lot of these other online fly shops offer it only for $100 or more for free shipping. So granted, I won't make a ton of money on it, but it is something, and it's something to offer you guys at a good deal. Now, I cannot discount much more than the other fly shops do, because a lot of these are top shelf things, where if I discount it more than these shops, I won't ever be able to sell the stuff anymore. They'll take it away for me to be able to do it, because they don't want me to compete with the shops, if that makes sense. So I got to keep it about the same price as online fly shops or or brick and mortar shops, okay? So I can't just go and blow through it at, you know, real cheap, if that makes sense. But good stuff, and I'm only going to sell stuff that I use myself and that I like, so I'm going to work through that and see if I can actually get a full shop on the site. And from that, you know, that would be great. And you guys can go there and purchase your stuff that you need. So let me know if you're interested in that. Anyway, so that's that. That's pretty much the update, guys. There is, like I said, a lot of things that are changing on the site with not having that camera anymore and whatnot. So I'm going to try to work through it and try to get all this back, but $450 is a lot for me right now to go purchase a new camera. We're tight, you know, my wife and I. We even though I work a lot, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I just don't have the money to go purchase a $450 camera right now. But soon. I'm hoping soon, in the next month or 2 or 3 maybe. And with Christmas money and whatnot, we'll see what I can do with that. But anyway, well, there's the channel update, guys. I will see you on the next video. Now you guys go catch some fish.